Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video was requested by Miss Jessica Nix because she knows that I am crazy. And she wanted me to go over my planner. So I don't have all the information that I wanted to put in the video, but because we start demonstration teaching next month, and it's fast approaching, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I'm going to put in the planner, even if I don't already have it. So first off, I am something of a planner connoisseur. We're going to say connoisseur because it sounds better than addict. If you are high tech and you're always carrying an iPad or a tablet or something like that, I recommend a digital planner. Because it's easier to edit, I would think. Like you can just take stuff out or put stuff in, whatever the case is. If you don't know where to get a digital planner, I highly recommend Jessica Massey. She is on Instagram as @JessMassey or @TheSocialSpeechy. And she sells a really cool bundle, and she sells cool fonts and stickers and all that stuff. So if you want to like decorate it just like you would a paper planner, you can. I like the stickers. I like the decorations. I don't have that kind of time, like, as I'm planning. So I'm also the kind of person that likes to get a planner, and then if anything gets junked up or messed up, I want to go buy a whole new one. So to save myself some money and some aggravation, I made my own. But when you're getting a planner, if money is no object, you can do whatever you want. I know we all want like an Erin Condren planner or a Bertell and Company planner or something like that. I know a lot of teachers who have paid a lot of money for Erin Condren planners, and they are just not, the layout is not what they needed or what they want, and so they don't end up using it. And that they're kind of expensive to do that. So to each his own. So I made my own. I made it in a binder. So I just put my logo on the front. I made this in PowerPoint. I just put my logo on top of white marble because it looks amazing. Thank you, Math and Glitter. And then I printed out, because I love this layout, these weeks. So it's got every day of the week, and then it's got places to go, people to see, things to do, special reminders. So this is for personal use only, so I am not selling it, and if you use it, please don't try to sell it to anybody. I got it on thescatteredsquirrel.com. She's got tons of different layouts and templates, so if you don't really like this or you don't think this would work for you, you can find something that works for you better. So I printed out several weeks. I think I printed out 20 weeks because I have 15 weeks for cohort. So if I junk this up or something changes, rather than having to like buy a whole new planner, I can just rip this page out and start over. Like I can just put in a new page. That's why I did this. And then I also, I just went to Google and looked up free printable calendars 2019. So here I have the monthly layout, and what I like about this, instead of it being in a planner, is I can actually take these out and lay them in front of me and then go to the corresponding weeks to make sure my stuff is how I need it to be. I don't have to go back and forth and back and forth. Plus, I can take these out, like I could take the day out or the month out and just put it on my clipboard and not carry this whole thing around with me, like to a meeting or something if I needed to. So I really like this. I really hope it works the way I want it to, and I may just keep doing this in the future because, like I said, I love planners, but they're expensive, and I tend to kind of buy more than one a year. And then in the back, I put my observation schedule because I've already met with my clinical supervisor, and she had made this and asked me if the dates worked and asked the host teacher if the dates work, and we were like, yeah, they're fine. So I printed this out, and of course I've already transposed the information, but I just kept it in here. And then this is something that was shared on the Facebook group for the cohort. So I printed this out, I filled this in, And I actually am making 2, and I'm going to give one to the host teacher to make sure that she remembers when they are. I know she got the email of the other thing that I just showed you, but I'm going to make sure that I have written this for her and like we can hang it in the class or something. And then on the back of that, and this is why this works better for me. Every day is already set up on her class schedule. So I don't have to I don't have to write in what I'm going to do every day. I know what I'm going to do most of the time. So I just need a little bit of space on my days for things that are either after school or reminders, or to schedule my work that has nothing to do with like demonstration teaching. So like cohort assignments or EdTPA stuff, and I'll talk about that in a second. And then the last thing I have in the back is a to-do list, which I've shown you guys this before in other videos. I just made several copies and put them back here. And again, this is something I can just take out, put on my clipboard, and leave it on my clipboard all day without having to carry the whole binder. So say I'm somewhere and I need to schedule something, I can write it on that to-do list and then come back and put it in here where I need to. So again, all of this, I either Googled and found it, or I found it on the scatteredsquirrel.com. I love her stuff. So let's talk about what I'm putting in my planner as far as what I'm planning. So obviously demonstration teaching dates. So obviously I have my first day and my last day in here. If you live further south, you may not be worried about this, but I live in the north of the South. I live in Kentucky, so I'm worried about snow because you can only miss 3 days on your demonstration teaching without having to make up time. You can miss up to 10 total, I think, but you have to make up time after 3, meaning that my end date moves further and further back. Weather counts for an absence. Even if the school's closed because it snowed, has nothing to do with you, still counts as an absence. So that concerns me. I'm not crazy about that. So I'm really hoping we don't have a ton of snow. Because when it snows in the South, people lose their mind. Like, it snows every year and we are never prepared for it. Like, people don't have the clothes, the vehicles, the plan in place. People just lose their mind like, it's snowing! So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen a whole lot. The other thing, which I've already said I've put in here, is I've gone through and I've already marked all the dates for my lesson plans. Evaluate observations. That's what I'm talking about. My observations with my clinical supervisor. So I have put them on my monthly template, and then I've gone to that week and I've put them on the week. What I also did on both templates is put the date that the lesson plan has to be sent to my clinical supervisor, because they have to get it 3 days in advance. So I've made a note to myself to start that plan and finalize it the weekend before the 3-day mark. So like, say she's coming on a Tuesday, not that weekend before, but the weekend before that, I would need to finish everything so that I can send her the email on Friday. Just because I'm me, have made a note to myself to do it we're going to pretend I'm not in elementary math, 4 days in advance. Just in case anything were to happen and she wanted me to change something, I'm not rushed. I want her to have more time because it gives me more time. So I've done that. So all those turn-in dates, I've got in both the weekly and monthly templates. And then I've scheduled the planning time. The next thing is, and I'm almost positive I found this on the EdTPA support site, but I can't remember off the top of my head. The EdTPA, I don't know if it's going to focus, but yeah, general EdTPA recommended timeline, and it kind of tells you what to do during which weeks. I have gone ahead and gone through that and started scheduling that into the monthly and weekly templates as well, so that I stay on task. And I'm just going to keep this in my planner for reference. So I've got that. My cohort days, because we have to actually be on the computer for those days, it's non-negotiable. As soon as we get those emails on the 19th, I will go through on the monthly and weekly templates and schedule all my cohort days, and I will probably put them in a specific color, just in case for some reason I forget they're on, I don't know, Thursdays, and somebody's like, hey, can you do XYZ? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, it's Thursday. No, I can't, because that's when my cohort meeting is. So we'll set that up once we get that email, which is driving me crazy because I don't have it yet, and I would like to just have all this done and out of the way. Anyway, cohort task pacing. I don't know about you guys, but with the EdTPA, the observations that we have to do, which are completely unrelated to the EdTPA, by the way, didn't realize that until after, plus journals and portfolios and whatever else they're going to make us do assignment-wise, I want a list. I want a checklist that I can start, marking things off. So as soon as we get our cohort assignment, I will be emailing my cohort facilitator to get a task list. Even if she just says, okay, well, you need to go here to find it. That's fine. I need a list of things that I can organize and check off. So as soon as I get the information of who to ask about that, I will do that, because we have cohort assignments, the journal assignments, portfolio, we have lesson plans and stuff we have to turn in for EdTPA, and then we have different lesson plans for observations and stuff. So it's just a lot, and I just don't want to overlook something. So I like lists. I'm going to make a list. If for some reason you are like me, trying desperately to make ends meet, and you still have to work, there's not going to be a whole lot of time to work. I am actually probably going to be waitressing one night a week, just so that I have cash in hand, some tips, and that'll be gas money or something. Because that's about all I can spare mentally and time-wise. Obviously I would need to schedule that and put that in my planner, so that when I'm trying to schedule assignments, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to be available to be working on an assignment at this time if I'm at the restaurant. So, we got to do what we got to do. And then the other thing that I wanted to highly recommend you do is find something that you can afford for self-care and schedule it. Whether it is, I'm going to go, you live in a neighborhood, I'm going to go take a walk, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to go get coffee and read a book. Just something that's specifically for you, that does not relate to school or the EdTPA or any of those things, because you just need a mental break, and you can't pour from an empty cup. And if you're like me and you have family obligations as well, and you're overwhelmed, you need to figure something out to be just for you. So that is the last thing that I'm probably going to put in this planner. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, or I'm, trying to help everybody here. Feel free to share this with other people in the group, or even in future groups that are going to do demonstration teaching. And find you a teacher tribe, which I don't even like the word tribe, but let's say squad. Let's find you a teacher squad. Find you some people that have the same goals as you and the same heart as you, even if they don't live close by, like my teaching soul sister, Miss Nix. Just that you can bounce ideas off of, and that they appreciate what you do and you appreciate what they do, so that we can all be in this together for each other. So I'm pulling for you, and until next time, be blessed.